Welcome to a new market update, and today we're going to dive into the ultimate question right now, which is on social media and also with you as an investor. Probably some people are eager to get into the altcoins right now. However, it might be a little bit scary to buy into them at this stage, and I think you should be a little bit more conservative joining the Bitcoins or Bitcoin pairs of altcoins, as they can continue falling and falling and falling. We're going to discuss that topic, but before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, reaching 50k followers on Instagram. So we're going to do a giveaway relatively soon, maybe even in Dubai. Would be fun to do that on a live stream or something. But at least we're going to do a cool giveaway quite soon if I hit 50k followers. Also, next to that, do not forget to like this YouTube update and check out my website in the description beneath, where you can find all the information, all the trades that I do, and you can get yourself educated if you want to start in the crypto market. So the ultimate question right now is, when should you get into the market with altcoins, as altcoins are dropping down heavily? One of the actual measures is, of course, the RSI. However, if it starts to fall down, the RSI can just continue falling like we've seen in 2018, like we've also been seeing in 2019. So you're actually looking for more confirmation to start entering your altcoins. And what is happening lately? Well, we've seen Bitcoin grinding up. And during that grind up, we've seen weakness all across the markets on the Bitcoin pairs, as they are dropping down heavily. ETH Bitcoin is always the number one to check, and it's down 24% at this stage since the recent high, and that was actually the moment where Bitcoin started to break out. So Bitcoin goes up or grinds up, altcoin Bitcoin pairs drop. Then next, when Bitcoin starts to consolidate, altcoin Bitcoin pairs drop a little bit more. And why is that? Well, historically, altcoins do not go well in this period, and historically markets are great in January and December to buy those altcoins. And because of the fact that history repeats itself, you will see it on social media and people start to act based on that information. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in which it just goes the same every time, and it's just the cycles repeating each other. I've discussed this previously, but what we have seen on ETH Bitcoin in the previous cycles is that in January they usually start to break out. December bottom, January breakout. Actually, January breakout was here. We started to break out heavily. 2018, heavy crash, just like 2017, bottom in the beginning of December 2017, big breakout after. 2019, bottom in December 2018, also a nice run, and since then we had the Libra run, so it's a little bit different. Bottom was here in September, but another one in December, and we started breaking out nicely since. And in 2021, we also had the bottom in December 2020 and started breaking out after. So it's, as you can see, it's just a repeating cycle that's happening over and over and over again. And it might be confusing that altcoins are dropping when Bitcoin, or the Bitcoin pairs are dropping when Bitcoin drops, and the Bitcoin pairs are dropping when Bitcoin pumps. But that is just because of the fact that people are eager to swap their altcoins to Bitcoin, as literally everyone's saying it. Yes, you can still day trade altcoins, you can still look at them, you can still trade and focus on them. But you should be a little bit cautious on entering them too fast. And therefore you have to watch Bitcoin against USDT, you have to watch Ethereum against Bitcoin, as that is the primarily trigger to watch for entry points. And then finally, you should avoid looking at smaller altcoins at this stage until the big ones are done correcting. We could even go all the way back down to watch a range support test. I'm not assuming we will, but that is in the chances, so you need to understand that that can be a support level that we should be watching. So more or less, what are the levels that I'm watching on ETH against Bitcoin? Well, we've got this entire level at 0.045. We've got this entire region beneath or around 0.05, and currently we are at 1 or approaching the first real support. So these 4 levels are ones that I'm going to look at to see whether we're going to have some support. In the meantime, we could also have something like this. We bounce all the way here, bounce back up, consolidate further, and then we start to break out up. So at this stage, you are waiting for clear confirmations of a bottom, double bottom test or a bullish divergence, another one here. That is going to apply for a bottoming structure in which you want to start entering the market. But you're also looking at Bitcoin against USDT to see what's happening there. And I think in the most likely case is that we're continuing the grind on Bitcoin. Also been doing that previously, just a slow grind upwards. Some altcoins were outperforming Bitcoin. Those are usually outliers, great for day trading. Veracity is one of them, but there's a few smaller ones too, just making those regular pumps. But overall, if you want to enter altcoins heavily, you're going to look at a fact or at a scenario like this. Somewhere in the region of 65k or 70k, we're going to take out the high, test the all-time high, just like we have been doing previously, had a barely new all-time high, after that a slight consolidative period, and then we break out. And that consolidation and breakout is most likely going to follow with a structure where Ethereum against Bitcoin is going to crack this entire resistance zone. I think that Ethereum against Bitcoin is going to be massive as a big breakout on the Bitcoin pair when it breaks this structure. And that is going to take time. I'm not assuming we will break that in one go, and it might be taking like 2 to 3 months, or at least in December/January before we are going to break through it. I'm also not expecting Bitcoin to accelerate to 250k within this quarter. I think it will be a little longer cycle, but even if we do, it's great, obviously. But once this is going to take place, or some structure like this, the breakout above the all-time high or the previous high, that is going to bring the acceleration. This breakout here, that was the period where Ethereum and altcoins started to do well for the 5 months after. And what did it do? It pulled a 6x. So what are we going to do here if we break through this level? Well, probably anything between 4 to 6x will probably be taking place. But when you're looking at smaller altcoins, they are just draining down heavily. They are going all the way back towards the support levels. And then still, if they get towards those low levels, you want to just wait until it gets towards ultimate confirmation, or you want to wait until Ethereum against Bitcoin gives a signal of a potential bottoming structure. Even bigger ones are all crashing down. I've stated Solana previously. I've stated that you should not be entering it. I'm interested around any of these levels for a swing trade once again, but you should always be patient taking those trades when it's going vertical. So that's the update for this morning. I hope it's informative for you. If it did, please comment beneath. I'll be back later today, and also I'll be back on Twitter and Instagram with posts there. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again soon, and have a wonderful day.